what is your corporate governance structure, given that you are holding public funds? You mentioned that there are two of you head Cowrywise. If you and your partner sorry, one second. If you and your partner are unavailable in indisposed,
yeah.
For example, what assurances can to be responsible to investors?
Oh, so that reference was when we started, not now. So
Okay.
the reference of the two of us being, that was when we started. So right now, so we are licensed by the SEC. So there are a lot of corporate governance compliance structures in place. For example, we have a custodian that holds all our assets, all customers' assets, and we have to report to SEC on quarterly basis. We have monthly filings we do to the SEC. We have a quarterly that we do to the SEC, and we have annual filings that we do to the SEC. So for the asset, for example, is not even sitting with Cowrywise. The asset is sitting with a third-party custodian that holds the asset and also report to the SEC that, okay, Cowrywise has this amount of assets. The SEC triangulate it and check what has Cowrywise reported that they have as assets, as customers' assets. So everything needs to check out, right? So that corporate governance is an important part to ensure that customers' assets, are not misappropriated or are not put at risk. Then, of course, we have different functions right now. We have compliance, we have finance team, we have portfolio management, we have engineering, so name it. So it's right now, frankly, we're just piloting the ship. We have a lot of captains, that are responsible for different functions. As I mentioned earlier, initially we're building a product. Right now, it's a whole company we're building out. So it's not something that one person can do. I can't even do it anymore right now. I can't be responsible for every single thing. So we have people who are actually doing a lot right now.
Thank you so much for that. Are there any plans to expand across West Africa? Is that something that might be in the future for Cowrywise?
Yes, there is.
Okay. Where would you advise someone to invest 1 million naira? So if I had 1 million naira, what kind of asset would you advise that I put that 1 million naira in?
Yeah, so I can't give you any specific assets you can invest in. I think it's a function of so many things. If you have 1 million, like how old are you? Are you working? Do you have regular source of income? Or are you retiring, for example? Or are you still a student? Do you have family? So it's a function of your immediate circumstances, right? So it's not a one cap fit all that, okay, because you have 1 million, invest in these assets. There's a lot of factors that need to be considered before that investment recommendation is given. So it would be very wrong of me to give recommendation here to say, okay, invest in this, invest in that, without having full knowledge of peculiarities surrounding you as an individual. But of course, there are different asset classes you can invest in. But as I mentioned, it's a function of your circumstances might be different from mine, might be different from Miriam, might be different from every other person. So it's not one cap fit all approach.
Yeah. Thank you for that. So what is the distribution of your customers? Are they all residents, Nigerian residents, or you have a substantial chunk from?
Yeah, can you hear me? So yeah, majority of our customers are residents in Nigeria. Because by the nature of the products, it's a regulated environment, it's a regulated industry. And to operate in another jurisdiction, you need to have license in that jurisdiction. So it's a regulated entity. It's a regulated space. So majority of our customers are Nigerians. But of course, we have Nigerians in diaspora, probably because they've been using the product before and then they are now relocated. Right. They will still continue to use it anyway because they have all the necessary structures to do that. Bank accounts in Nigeria, BVN and stuff like that. But majority of our customers are in Nigeria.
Okay.